Hey, good morning traders. So we're just having a quick look at the Aussie dollar. The original call we took out was down here trading the morning star, but we took it on a smaller time frame as price came into our buy zone that you can see highlighted here, the blue zone. We sent this out to all our traders in the Lifestyle Traders Club. We also put it out there on Instagram, so if you don't follow us on Instagram, make sure you do. That is the Lifestyle Traders Club and also Trade and Train. Now, there is going to be opportunity to get back into this trade. We've already taken partial profits on here, but we can look at this market pulling back into sort of a key level here. Let me just highlight the level I'm talking about. So we're looking for it to pull back down into this range here around 76.26. And then obviously depending on rules, we'll be looking for some kind of nice price action, whether you're looking at single candles, looking at multiple candle patterns, even trading down the smaller time frames, looking for a change in cyclical patterns. So we'll be looking for a pullback into here to add back into our current running position that we've got two positions running, one from 75.03 and one from 75.22. Initial one was taken off the weekly trend line, which you can't see right now, but I'll show you why the initial position was taken. I'll just use this arrow for the, so that was the trade. So we've got a nice support, we've got a nice bullish engulfing weekly candle. So we're looking for the market to test this 77.57 area, and we'll probably look to see some kind of push through that and into the new year. And a lot is going to be, can you see how now what we've got here is this counter trend line that has now been broken. It's been broken substantially, and this is a big bullish engulfing candle. So what we'll be looking at doing is making the most of this next projective run. The question is, where's it going to go? I'm just going to delete these because I don't like a cluttered chart. That was just purely for illustration purposes. So the question is, where's this market likely to go? Well, if we break through 77.30, there's a very good possibility that we're going to run back up and test the 800s or 8,000 barrier. If the trend's going to continue, then I'll be looking at price breaking through this key area, and we'll be looking in the region of the 83s. If you have a look here, the 1.272 extension, I draw my fibs slightly differently. It still gives the same reading. I just like to draw them backwards so that it's a positive number for the extension rather than looking at a minus 272. It's just the way I like to do things. Now, the question here is, what sort of opportunities and trading opportunities we're going to get? Well, there's going to be one pulling back into here. If we do break through this area, which it is an if, but looking at the overall momentum, I would like to say that we will, but I'll be taking partial profits yet again at this big number here, and then I'll be looking to see if we break through before adding into a position again and running it back up into the 8,000s. So that's Aussie dollar. Okay, so Kiwi, we can get rid of this text now. This was for the Lifestyle Traders Club and for the traders in there. You know, obviously we do a lot of education stuff for our traders and a lot of rule-based trading, so that they're very clear on what needs to be done on the process that they should be going through. So you can see we've got our current position running. We've got no risk on this trade now. Now we only got one trade in here. There's not been an add-in yet. What we were looking for, this is a weekly. You'll see that the market came down to a lovely level through here, and we actually traded this with a limit order, trading what we forecasted was going to be an inverted head and shoulders. So I'll just show you what I was looking at initially. So when it came up like this, and it was effectively, that's what we were looking for, buying the right shoulder, and we put our stops out of the way. Right now you can see that according to TradingView, it's showing that there is risk, that there isn't. I just haven't pushed that up high enough. We've got a slightly positive stop in place, i.e. if the market was to retrace all the way back, we'd make some money. Now we did take partial profits just before the FOMC rate announcement, because although we got a push through, you never know what the news is going to be like. You can see where our targets are up here around the 7180 to 7200. What would have been nice yesterday would have been a further pullback into the 6950s, where we would have looked to place an add-in trade and look to build a position to run back up here. It doesn't look like that's going to be the case, so right now we're just going to hold the one position. If multiple opportunities present themselves, we will look to get in, but this is something we sent out. We've got a commitment to traders extreme long. We also did a free video and sent this out to the entire database that we have, and these are people that have subscribed or people that have found us on Instagram, etc. Now, this trade was called last week. We got in on the video that we sent out. We told people to look for longs on Kiwi and Kiwi pairs. So there was Kiwi Swiss, Euro Kiwi short, pound Kiwi short. You know, we sent all these ideas out, and if you'd like to be part of that sort of subscription model, we do a very, very cost effective subscription model for COT analysis. So the idea of trading something like COT is that it can fit into everyone's lifestyle, because the report is released once a week on a Friday, 3:30 Eastern time, and here at Trade and Train what we do is we analyze that for you, and we give you sort of a mid-term perspective of where we expect the market to go, but we look to identify the turning points in the market. So we're looking for that shift in sentiment from sellers to buyers or buyers to sellers for mid-term trades. So you can manage these positions if you've got a hectic lifestyle. And if you don't have a hectic lifestyle, well then fantastic, you know, it's no problem at all. So if you'd like to inquire a little bit more about that, then drop an email to mark@tradeandtrain.com. I'll just write on the chart for you. So it's mark@tradeandtrain.com. Any questions, fire it through to me and I'll get back to you promptly. Okay guys, so one more trade that we did call for an end of day position, and we sent out an alert yesterday to add into the position, is silver. So what are we looking at? Well, again, very, very similar to what I showed you on the Kiwi. We forecasted an inverted head and shoulders where we wanted to buy the right shoulder, which we did. So this is what we were seeing. There's the head, forecasting the right shoulder. So you can see this zone here, beautiful support level. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit so you can see, if we were to drag this area all the way across, you can see the interaction price had. So you've got multiple support touches here, price breaks through, so it becomes resistance, 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 resistance. It breaks back through, so it becomes support. And here's our left shoulder, head, and we looked to buy the right shoulder, which price came down in, so we took a trade there and we put our stops. So basically what we did, we waited for a bottom to form, so it came down, and then we looked at this. When it formed the bottom, we took a buy position, and then we put our stops quite a way out the way. We down at 1540, and then our add-in position was, as price broke, created a new high. We came in, we traded this bit here, and we put our stops just underneath this low here, and we're looking to see price. If we look at this as doing a harmonic move, we'd be looking to see a minimum of sort of 1640 for a first target, which, let's just move that measured move there. You see how it comes in. Always look left, see a little bit of structure, see how price consolidates over here. So that's where we'd be looking to take some initial profits off, only on this add-in position. So we're looking at an extended target, obviously, because there's no point buying down here, and if you think this market's going to run for days and weeks. So the question is, where's it going to run to, and what are we looking for? So we're looking at this big number here around 17. Based around this number here, you'll see that we've got a lot of structure. There was also, this was where we got a pattern that broke down and we saw the market collapse. So we'd like to take profits at the big number, and then obviously if price is going to break up and run into the $18 barrier, then that would be nice. So partial profits on our first position is going to come at around the $17 barrier, and then we'll look to hold this position and run through up until the 18s. Okay, so that's it from Trading Train and myself, Mark Owen, today. We will be giving you more live updates in the market. Please share and follow, comment below, drop us any emails, and we'll be happy to answer your questions. Okay, goodbye.